1 million rabbits in the desert. There's likely some confusion with a real news story or an urban myth. Let's clarify. China has undertaken several reforestation and desertification control projects, especially in the Gobi Desert region. These projects include China's Great Green Wall Reforestation Project, also known as the Great Green Wall of China. This initiative aims to create a vast forested belt along desert edges to stop desert expansion and combat desertification. Launched in the 1970s, the project is expected to be completed around 2050. China is estimated to have planted billions of trees as part of this project, with the goal of creating a green barrier over 2,800 miles, 4,500 kilometers, long. Massive planting of tree species adapted to arid climates. In addition to trees, plants like grasses and shrubs are cultivated to stabilize the soil. Use of drones for efficient seeding. These drones can cover large areas quickly and accurately, dropping seeds in a way that's effective for soil conditions, helping prevent significant desert expansion and improving soil quality, which also has a positive impact on the local climate. Animal population control. In some parts of the world, there have been efforts to control populations of certain animals that have become pests. A famous example, though in a different context, is Australia, which faced problems with unchecked rabbit populations introduced in the 19th century that became a major pest. Historical context. European rabbits were introduced to Australia in the 19th century for sport hunting. Without natural predators, the rabbits reproduced rapidly, devastating farmland and native ecosystems, leading to native vegetation degradation, competition with native species for resources, soil erosion, and economic losses for farmers. Control measures. Long fences to limit rabbit migration. These fences were built to prevent rabbits from spreading. Biological control. Diseases like the myxomatosis virus and the rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus, RHDV, were introduced to reduce the rabbit population. The digital age and misinformation. The digital age has made it easy for information to spread quickly, but it has also increased the spread of misinformation, rumors, and urban myths, often leading to confusion. For instance, a fictional claim might suggest that China released 1 million rabbits in the desert to combat desertification. In reality, this kind of story could result from a misunderstanding of legitimate reforestation or pest control projects. Fact-checking organizations often debunk such rumors by clarifying the truth. Always verify information from reliable sources and cross-check data from multiple sources. Educating oneself on identifying false news and understanding the importance of critical thinking is essential. News outlets and websites must follow rigorous journalistic standards to prevent the spread of misinformation. Impact of rabbits in Australia and control efforts. Rabbits were introduced to Australia in the late 19th century and quickly became a destructive pest. Originating from Europe, these rabbits proliferated due to a lack of natural predators and favorable environmental conditions. Within decades, they were causing extensive damage to crops and pastures, contributing to soil erosion, and threatening native plant and animal survival. Rabbit population control methods. Rabbit-proof fences. Construction of fences began in the late 19th century to prevent rabbit spread. The most famous project was the rabbit-proof fence in Western Australia, completed in 1907 and spanning thousands of kilometers. Despite its size, the fences couldn't fully contain the spread, as rabbits would dig under or pass through gaps left by farmers. Biological control, myxomatosis. Introduced in 1950, the myxomatosis virus killed up to 99.8% of infected rabbits. However, over time, some rabbits developed resistance to the virus, reducing its effectiveness. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease, RHD, introduced in the 1990s. This disease was another biological control method to manage rabbit populations. Though initially effective, its efficacy also declined as rabbits developed resistance. Other methods, poisoning and fumigation. Fumigating rabbit burrows with poisons like carbon monoxide is a method used to reduce populations. Burrow destruction. Techniques like destroying burrows with tractors or explosives are used to eliminate rabbit shelter sites, making reproduction and survival more difficult.